Alright, something I don't do very often. We're just going to do a straight broadcast because there was nothing racing. This had already started, and I wanted to get another video out. So, since we haven't had much luck racing dirt, let's watch dirt, and we'll take a look at the lineup here. On pole is going to be Johnny Anderson in the 6, still loading in there. Outside of him in the 3, Mason Inman. Tanner Pettit in the 1 car. In the 2, Joey Lindgren. 20 car is Jonathan Wardiker. Brenton Hockenberry, Kyle Sargent. Jonathan White in the 17. Brian Earhart in the 18, and the final position is supposed to be Brad Williams in the 5. Not sure if he is in the server or not. We're ticking down, though, getting ready for everyone to roll off here, and hopefully see some good racing. We got 20 cars for, I believe it's 16 spots in the 360 series. Pretty decent sky over virtual Knoxville as well. Looks like they are about to roll off here. Alright, so Anderson in the 6 is on pole. Outside of him, Inman in the 3. And we got 8 laps, no cautions. We'll see what we get for a race. Been a while since I've broke out the timing screen that I can quickly switch from driver to driver with ATVO. Works a lot better than just using the keyboard controls that I have been using. Seeing a lot of weird lean with these cars at slower speeds. We'll see what happens once they get up to speed, but right now, just putting around at 40 miles an hour, getting ready to go this time by. Anderson in the 6 brings them down into 3. They're going to form up, get a little closer. And we are green. There we go. Alright, Anderson, early lead. Inman holding off Pettit right now, but the 1 car is going to dive into 3 underneath. Not going to be able to pull off the move, though. Side by side at the line. Inman is going to hold on to 2nd that time, but Pettit gone. Slides up the track, though. Even though that bottom seemed to be working, and he's going to fall back to 3rd. Is he going to slide back up the track? This time he does, and that time not enough time for Inman to get turned down under 2. That is going to get him to spot the 2 car. Holding on to the 4th position. Wardiker in the 20 is holding on to the 5th position. He is a 2000 I-rated driver, so it's not like he's very low on I-rating. Got a bit of a pass back here. The 10 car falls to 6th, or sorry, 7th. And Hockenberry moves up into the final transfer spot. So, 4 car holding off the 10 now as we're coming around to start lap 6. Sargent gets a run, gonna go to the outside, gonna dive down off the corner, blinks out, ends up underneath the 4 now. He's gonna go for the pass, slide up the track onto the little bit of a cushion there. He's gonna get that final transfer spot back. And Sargent coming around to get the white flag now, holding on to the final transfer. Is the 4 going to be able to get back past it? Fastest lap time, the leader out front, 15.493. These guys back here running 15.7s, 15.8s now at this point in the race, and Sargent's going to hold on to that final transfer spot. Anderson comes away with the win. Pettit second, Inman third, Lindgren fourth, Wartaker in fifth, and then we saw Sargent come away with that final transfer spot. So next heat race up, and we will get the lineup going here in just a second. Heat race number 2, top 6 transfer again. On the inside, Austin Stern in the very ugly 14 car. David Smeal Jr. in the 8. Preston Dalton in the 19. We're missing the 15 on the outside second row right now. That's Noah Monroe. Scott Withers in the 13 is going to be inside third row. Travis Fry outside of him in the 6th position. Outside looking in at the start, Logan Hoskin in the 11, Zachary Nelson in the 9 or the 7, Melvin Pursley in the 9, and Joffrey O'Brien in the 16. So still waiting on the 15. He is loaded in, and we are going to go for another 8 laps, no cautions. First one was clean. We'll see how this one goes. Alright, one more time around, we'll go green. Stern in the 14, going to be bringing him around with Smeal on his outside, and this is actually the easier heat. Lowest car number that we have is the 7, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double-digit cars in this one. Although still a very strong strength field, 2,700. Stern bringing them down. Very slowly, 30 miles an hour, he gets on the gas, and we are green for heat race number 2. Dalton moves up the track into that 2nd spot. Smeal going to take it back in the 8 car, and they are tight coming out of 4. We got nearly 3 wide back here. Transfer spot. 15 is going to slide up. That's Noah Monroe, and the 15 nearly gets into the 13. Battle for 5th spot now as Hoskin in the 11 diving underneath Noah. And Monroe's going to drop back to the 6th position, it looks like. He does. Hoskin slides up the track. Monroe's going to get a drive off of the corner, out at 2, dive it into 3, and he is going to slide up the track as well. And back and forth. Slide job after slide job. They're just continuing to swap back and forth on this position. Both of them are currently in the show. Up front, we've got Dalton and Smeal battling for the 2nd position as Stern pulls away. One more swap between Hoskins and Monroe. This time Monroe not able to get back down underneath Hoskins, and that's going to leave him open for a challenge from Fry in the 12. So right now, yellow car, Travis Fry on the outside looking in that 7th position. Track's moving up higher and higher. We're seeing everyone get closer to that wall. Last time by, Fry just a 10th quicker. We'll see what happens this time by. And that time he's a 10th slower. So the road looks like he'll be fine as long as he doesn't make any mistakes. Fry also getting a little bit of challenge from Pursley in the 9 car. Fry's going to drop down to the bottom, gets the car in the slicks. We got a crash. That is Stern in the wall. That's the leader. Also takes out the 19, or at least makes him lose a spot. Let's take a quick look and see what happened there. And Apparently didn't get that in time. That was on the last lap, wasn't it? Alright, here we go. We got the 19 coming in, and looks like just wiping them out. But look here, Stern, nope. Not going to take a look because it moved on to the B main. So it looks like the 19 just went in with a terrible slide job for the win. Wiped Stern out, and, well, now Stern's in the B main if he's not just left the server. So, off to the B main, top 4 transfer in, and the second fastest car in qualifying is scheduled to line up in the 8th position. See if he joins the server or not. Everyone else has, and Stern has as well. This one's going to be an interesting one to watch. See if we can focus on the 14, see if he gets up into the top 4. Just quickly through the lineup. We got the 4-car, Hockenberry, just missed out. Got past the last couple of laps in heat race number 1. Zachary Nelson in the 7. The 18 and the 9. And 17, the 16 of White in O'Brien. Williams in the 5-car, which I don't even know if we saw him on track for Heat 1. And Austin Stern leading up until the very last lap of his heat race, getting wiped out. So, big storyline here. How far can Stern get and how quickly? And is he going to be too aggressive and get himself in trouble? He's got 10 laps to get past 4 cars. It should be fairly simple with the speed difference, but it's also Knoxville and 360s. And until the track starts to really slick off, it's a bit difficult to make those passes, so we might see some slide jobs out of him. Hockenberry bringing him down in the 4-car, and we are green. See Stern trying to get a run back there. They're 3 wide ahead of him. We're going to go straight to that as they enter turn 1. Stern goes up to the high side, stuck right behind the group. Now he's going to have to back off and wait for him to figure out which way they're going. Stern's going to cut down out of 4, going to get a good drive. Past 1, going to get past the 16 of O'Brien. He slides up the middle of 1 and 2, already up into the 5th spot, lap 2. So 1 more position to get, and he is in the A main. A little bit of a challenge by O'Brien, but nothing really to worry about as the drive off the corner. Very strong. A little bobble by the 9, loses 2 spots and nearly gets into the 17. That is Persley in the 9. He's going to hold low. That's going to allow Stern to get up into the final transfer spot. Side by side off the corner, and Stern into the 4th and final transfer spot. Now he's looking a little high there. He's going to cut down low off of 4th. This is going to be for the 3rd position on Nelson. Stern up to 3rd. Half slides up so he doesn't run into the 17 of Jonathan White. Now we're going to look back here at the final transfer position. That's between Persley and Nelson. Back behind all of that, Williams has got his car up and going and is starting to work his way through the fields. Got to the tail tank of O'Brien. And we're going to get Persley going low, actually middle, just above the slick. O'Brien does a bigger slide up through that slick, and side by side for the final transfer spot. Nelson and O'Brien wheel to wheel there out of 2. Or sorry, that's Persley in the 9. Persley gets the spot at the line. We are on lap 7 now, but Nelson's back ahead, gonna not get the drive off the corner. The 5s joined this. And now we got a 4-car battle for 1 position as little bit of contact there as O'Brien switches lanes. Persley out ahead of the group now fairly well. Nelson holding on to the 5th spot. Williams not able to do much, and as they are battling side by side behind, Pursley's walking away in the 9th. Lap 9, we've got Nelson throwing a little block there. That's going to open the door on the outside for Williams. Little bit of contact as Nelson drives up the track. Williams going to get that spot easy off the corner. Moves up to the 5th spot, but only 1 lap left. Where's the race over? No, race is over. Through all that, missed 1 lap, and 5 just misses out on. So Hockenberry ended up winning that. Stern gets 2nd. We've got 16 cars ready to go for the A main. 30 laps with cautions on. Get them lined up in just a second. So the highest iRating that we've got in here is a 6,412. That is Tanner Pettit in the 1 car. Lowest iRated driver is going to be the 20 of Wardiger. He is 2,034 iRating. Waiting on the 19 to join. Has joined. We will see if he wipes out anyone in this race. He is the reason that Stern had to go to the B main. Both of them could have been starting 1-2 on the outside row. Instead, they are now in the 4th and the 7th row. All right, let's just go back through the lineup real quick. Anderson in the 6, Smeal Jr. in the 8, Pettit in the 1, in the 13, we've got Withers, Inman in the 3, Hoskins in the 11, the 2 car is Lindgren, Dalton in the 19, Wardiger in the 20, Noah Monroe in the 15, Kyle Sargent in the 10, Travis Fry in the 12, Hockenberry in the 4, Austin Stern 14, Jonathan White, and Melvin Pursley round out the field. Anderson bringing them around 35 miles an hour through 3 and 4. 30 laps. Green is out. Very good jump for Anderson. He is out in the lead by 4 car lengths or so. Pettit gets a good run through there, and just kind of watching everything in the back. We've got side-by-side all over. The big one we're going to be watching is Stern coming up through the field, trying to get back to the front. They are 3 wide in front of him. He is now in 10th position. And makes his way around a couple of cars. He's going to try to find a way to get through the middle. We still got fireworks going off. No idea why they're still going off. But Stern now outside. Going to dive to the inside. And he is now up into 8th place. Contact up ahead of him. That's Lindgren and didn't see who the other one was. Oh, it's the 19. Dalton wiped out Stern in the heat race for the win. We've still got fireworks going off for no reason. Stern working his way around, trying to get back into the 6th position. He's going to do a slide job. Dalton looks low, doesn't run into him. Inman in the 3 all the way in the back along with Lindgren. We've got just a massive amount of cars on top of each other. Might have had one in the wall there as the 12 of Fry got up a little bit high. This is the battle for 13th and 12th. Very clean racing though so far. We got one maybe around here. 6 car gets a little right rear from the 4. This is the battle for 8th. That is Anderson, who was on pole. Now they're 3 wide. He's losing a couple more spots, and he has gone backwards. Everyone just bouncing it right up against the wall and lingering almost into the wall hard out of there. Back up front, Pettit, large lead, Hoskins, Smeal, Withers. Then we got Dalton and Stern still battling it out here. This is for the 5th position now after the 6 car's troubles, and the 11 is in the wall, and that might bring out a caution. It does. Alright, so the 11, Hoskins, into the wall. Let's quickly watch that. He gets up into the fence, can't get it off of it. And just stuck up there. Does he get hit? He just parks it there, keeps it in the wall, no one gets taken out. Good driving by him. Alright, so a little reset here. We're on lap 9. Pettit is your leader in the 1. Smeal Jr. in the 8. Scott Withers, 13. Preston Dalton and Stern stuck next to each other. I'm gonna let everything cycle out here as they cross the finish line with my standings. So 15 car, Noah Monroe, Hockenberry in the 4, Joey Lindgren in the 8 after his early troubles, Jonathan White in the 17, and the final car in the top 10, Johnny Anderson in the 6, who was on pole, had an issue that we didn't catch right away, and he lost a lot of spots. So they're going to come around one more time. Best lap so far in the race is by Pettit out front with the clean air. Next best lap is Anderson in the 6 car, who is mired back in traffic now after his issue. So will Anderson be able to get up there? It kind of looked like his car was damaged. Pettit bringing him around. We're about to go back green, lap 10. Alright, clean start, single file start. That's going to spread everyone out a bit. Battle here for the 6th position, and that is Lindgren in the 2. He is right next to Hockenberry, cuts down on the nose of Monroe, up onto the cushion, and along with him, White and Hockenberry working the high side. And here comes the 6th of Anderson, right around the outside of Monroe. These guys are wheel to wheel on the high side. Little bit of contact there between the 17 and the 4. Keep it all straight. The 19's moved up another spot. He's now into 3rd, and we've got a big one in the back. Ingrid, Hockenberry, Anderson, and we will go back and take a look at this because they were all trying to stuff it into the same spot up in the corner. One of them might have got the wall, and that one of them is... Holy crap, that was a big mistake there by Hockenberry. He just slid up the corner, and car outside gets the left rear of the 2. Maybe the 2 slowed down just a bit there right at the end of it, but then Anderson in that. Anderson goes from pole to 13th place now and out of the race. So, only a couple of laps completed there. Same 2 out front, and actually Withers gets the spot back from Dalton. Stern still holding on to 5th behind Dalton. Jonathan White in the 17, even though it shows 18 on the tops of the wings. Noah Monroe in the 15. Wartaker in the 20. Persley in the 9, then the 3 of Inman, Fry in the 12, and the final car on track, Kyle Sargent, in the 10. So 12 cars left on track, 4 in the pits. Pettit bringing them around again. And we are about to get back to racing action. Clean single file there. I think the battle's going to be here for the 3rd position as Dalton tries to get around the 13, gets into him a little bit there off of 4. Stern's going to go to the high side. Dalton's going to do a slide job, and Dalton gets a bit of his own medicine after the heat race contact, and yeah, that was a very big slide into a lot of traffic. 13 tried to cut it down, contact, and he goes flipping and is going to be out of the race. There was not a whole lot of room that you could count on being there, and well, he found out the hard way that you need to have a bit of room, and ends up now in the 12th position in the pits. So now we're on lap 14, going to be restarting on lap 15. We still got half a race to go, and pretty decent racing, but now we're starting to see a few moves that not really necessary. In the pits, we got the 20 car going in there, maybe trying to get some damage fixed. He's going to come back out in the 11th position. One more lap around, and we'll get back to green. So, left in the race, Pettit, Smeel, Withers, Stern, White, Monroe, Persley, Inman, Fry, Sargent, and Wartaker. Out of the race is Dalton, Anderson, Lindgren, Hockenberry, Hoskins. And we're getting ready to go back to green. Lap 15 is going to tick on over, and Pettit's bringing them back down. We'll see if Withers gets a better start here. He's been hanging back a little bit and staying high on the stars. This time he stays right in the slick. Gets a good start, though, compared to P2. He's going to go for the dive. Doesn't slide up, and now is probably going to lose a spot to Stern. Stern going to work the outside in the 14 in the 4th position, going for 3rd. He's going to get there, get the drive off, and bringing it along. White in the 17. So Withers going to fall back to 5th by the time this one's over. He does. He's still working the bottom. Monroe and Inman now in the 3 with a big slide job, as we've got the top 4 on top of each other, and Stern going for the lead. Slide job to the front, gets turned as he tried to cut down and stop the yellow flag is out. Stopped the run that the one had, and well, I think we're starting to see why I'm watching instead of racing now. So let's just take a look at this. Alright, the one car gets up in the wall. That stacks them all up. Stern goes for the slide job. Tons of room. Then turns down just a little bit off the corner. The one tries to force it through there instead of lifting. And Stern pays for it. The one car is now in 2nd. He gets all his spots back. And, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure who to blame that on. Let's take a better look at it, because why not? Let's go with the chase cam. And just see who... you know what? It's going to have to be the one car at fault. I mean, the 14 does come down a little bit, but he was holding a line, and the one just tried to force something that wasn't there. And Stern, unfortunately, is going to end up damaged. Still going, though, because of the arcade damage mode that they've got in Dirt. But he is now in 11th and probably not in a vehicle that's going to drive very well. Oh, and just to show this all, Pettit is now the leader. He's not in second. So he gets his spots back after destroying 3 cars. We'll see if his car is working right or not. Green flag, big jump, Pettit out in front. We got White in the 17 going back down to the bottom to try to get around Smeal. Withers is in 4th in the 13. And we got a hoodless Inman in the 3. Monroe, Pursley, Fry, Sargent, Wartaker, Stern, way off pace, but the guy who wrecked him out front, but does look a little bit slow. Smeal gonna follow him in. Drive down off the corner, doesn't quite get through the slick like he needs to. And the caution is out. Looks like the 3 car. Thing shouldn't be turning. And, well, it didn't really turn for him. Into the fence. He is calling it a day. We're trying to get some of the damage fixed under the caution. So, Pettit's still out front. We're on lap 19. And it looks like Smeal has got this one in the bag if he can get a couple of laps to get a run on Pettit. As long as he doesn't get ran over. But right now, White and Withers in the 3rd and 4th spot, not looking aggressive enough. Monroe, not really looking fast enough to challenge. Pursley's kind of been back and forth. Fry just snuck into this race due to the contact with Stern and Dalton in heat race number 2. We got Sargent, who passed his way to get into the race, but's really just been at the back of the pack. Not sure if he's just saving, knowing that this is going to be a wreck fest, or what. Looks like the 3 car has called it quits now. Pettit bringing him around. Another restart. We'll see if Smeal can get a better start this time, as he drives through the slick on the start, and not a whole lot of grip to get going. Withers now to the bottom, and that's going to make Monroe go to the outside in the 15 for that 4th position. Back up front, Smeal's got the run. Smeal at the line, doesn't have it, but now he does. He's going to get the drive off the corner, and now Pettit pretty much has nothing left after destroying his car. So Smeal going to walk away with this one, but we'll see. We'll see if White can get around, and then who knows what happens after that. Lap 21. White, Monroe, Pursley, Withers has dropped all the way back to 6th. Wartaker in the 20. We've seen him in the pits trying to get some damage fixed. Sargent way back here in 9th, and Stern in the 10th position. Smeal, large lead out front. We're almost up to a 2nd lead by him. He is running 16.590 last time by. He does a 5.14 on that lap, and Pettit does a 16.844. So that gap's going to just continue to open up. White not much quicker, if at all, on Pettit. And And we got Monroe getting passed and all over the place there, and then really aggressive on the high side and entering. I think we're going to see him stick it in a wall soon. He gathers it up a bit. Withers still working the bottom and now getting swamped. He's got 2 cars by him, but Monroe into the wall with the right rear Fry, working the bottom in the 12. He's got to try to find a way around Withers. Withers slides up. Everyone hitting the slick, getting loose. Up in the second position, nothing's changed here. All the cars holding steady. So our battle, P6, 3 cars here. And we've actually had Monroe check out. Lap 28 now. Wardiker trying to work the bottom to get around Fry, not able to do it, just sliding up a bit too much. But coming around to get the white flag, David Smeal Jr. in the 8 car. White flag's out. Head it. And White, Persley gaining a bit on White. But everything's kind of chilled out here. We're not going to watch the front. We're going to watch the battle for 6th position. Withers trying to hold on. Fry trying to make a move. Runs up the curb. Not going to get it. And that goes to Withers in 6th. Fry 7th. Wardiker 8th. Kyle Sargent and Austin Stern nearly a lap down. Probably one of the faster cars, but very bad luck. So, there we go. Bit of a broadcast race. Saw some good racing, saw some really bad racing, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Not going to be something I do a whole lot, but needed to fill some time, and we'll get back to racing once the week switches over. Thanks for watching.